Hi there and welcome back. Yesterday, FBI Director James Comey defended the Bureau's actions surrounding Orlando shooter Omar Mateen.
I don't see anything in reviewing our work that our agents should have done differently, but we'll look at it in an open and honest way and be transparent about it.
All right, well, is he right, and could any U.S. intelligence agency have prevented the attack? Let's ask Judge Andrew Napolitano. He's Fox News Senior Judicial Analyst. Welcome back, Judge.
Good to be with you.
So let's talk about this. The FBI director said, well, we looked at it, we met with him 3 times, and our hands are tied. There was nothing more we could do. But isn't there something more, since the guy was working for a security company that guarded government facilities?
Yes, he was working for an international, multinational security company that employs about 625,000 people. They have many, many contracts with the federal government. When a security company defined as anything from somebody guarding a parking lot to participating in military activity with special ops or intelligence forces on the ground and anything in between, when a security company has a contract with the federal government, the contract requires that the security company conduct a level of review of every employee, and that level requires inquiry into whether or not the employee, or in this case potential employee, has had any contact with the FBI.
Oh, so even that, I mean, that's a pretty low threshold, but that's something they should be asking.
Correct, but it gets worse than this, because the FBI has a requirement for all of the government's outside contractors and vendors to report to the contractors and vendors when they've had contact with any of the employees of the contractors and vendors.
Yeah.
Both sides failed to do that. Now, how is that significant here? He had 2 gun licenses.
Yes. The
gun license to carry the AR-15, the one that is just a rifle, that Mrs. Clinton says incorrectly is an assault rifle, but it's just
a weapon of war.
Right. It's not a weapon of war, Kennedy. It's the same weapon that her Secret Service detail carries.
Yeah.
Another story for another time. But he needs a special license in order to get that. He would not have gotten that license.
Yeah.
Or, let me say, it's extremely unlikely that he would have gotten the license had the authorities in Florida and had his employer known about the contact with the FBI. It's just contact with the FBI.
Yeah.
I think the FBI seriously concluded they lacked enough evidence to go forward. There's a couple of levels of evidence in there. And in their view, he did not meet either of them. But whatever they found out about him, they should have told the employee.
Yeah, I mean, but look at the wife. She's saying, oh, I knew about this whole thing. I tried to talk him out of it. The kind of person who would have bought him an AR-15 with her clean record. Even if the FBI had interfaced, and that's my problem with the idea of universal background checks, is people who are going to commit terrorist acts like this, of course they're going to find a way to get a gun or a flamethrower or a bomb.
This is one of the favorite arguments of the left, universal background checks. This guy passed a background check.
Yeah.
You could be a blithering idiot, and if you have never been institutionalized for your idiocy, you will pass a background check. Background checks don't work. What works? Superior firepower. What works is somebody in that bar having had their own sidearm. The bar was a no-gun zone.
Yeah, like that theater in Aurora, Colorado.
Like Aurora, like Columbine, like Newtown. All of these mass killings take place in places where the government has prohibited people from protecting themselves, and the killers know that's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, and you said he had to reload several times. That means that there were many moments where he paused, and if someone were armed in that club, they could have conceivably stopped him.
Absolutely. So these things all end the same way. The killer is killed. Isn't it better that he's killed sooner rather than later?
Absolutely. Thank you for your insight, Judge. I always appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much.